Today. Appreciate you coming on. What I want to cover over the next 15 to 20 minutes is really kind of walk you through some strategy and philosophy, which I think is important to be successful. I think you have to understand what you're trying to accomplish. I'm then going to walk you through a few little tricks and kind of tips. And then, hopefully, this 15 minutes will be worthwhile. Now, I am recording the webinar. So if I go through a few things fast, if I'm clicking through things, or maybe you miss it, don't worry about it. At the worst, email me. I'll send you the webinar. You can rewatch it. I'm confident that this is going to be a valuable little session. So the first thing I want to kind of talk about is just kind of explaining that for every insurance agency, when we talk about Facebook, there's a different strategy, okay? So in my mind, there's two different types of players. There are people that are sole proprietors, and they pretty much are the agency. And then there are literally, they're literal agencies where there's multiple producers. So today I'm going to kind of focus on really the beginning, talk really more about sole proprietors. But I think my point is understand there are two different strategies, and there's no right or wrong. So today I'm going to be utilizing one of my clients, a gentleman by the name of Dan McBrayer. He's been nice enough to let me kind of play with his account. He is a sole proprietor, life, health, senior market kind of guy. And again, I'm just going to kind of use his profile and try to explain to you and show you some tips. So right off the bat, I think it's important you guys understand that Facebook's giving you two different profiles, right? They give you the personal profile, and you're looking at Dan's personal page. And really on this page, there's nothing to do with any type of business other than it says he's the president of McBrayer and Company, okay? So we've created a business page for him, and he can access that page two ways. One, he can click on President at McBrayer Company, okay, and it takes him to his business page, and obviously this page looks a little different. Now, I understand he's using the same photo of himself, which is fine, but you're going to notice that it's much more insurance-oriented, right? It's got a picture of his office. It clearly says, McBrayer and Company right here. So that's a common question I get from people. They'll say, well, look, Ken, I've been playing around with Facebook, and I have a personal page, and I have tons of friends, hundreds. But on my business page, I don't have too many people that have liked the page. So I guess my first kind of beginner tip is that understand that each page is separate from itself. Okay, so on his personal page, he has he has friends, and I apologize for clicking around here. His friends are his distribution. You'll see he has 308. So what that means is when he's posting on his personal page, it goes to these 308 friends. Okay, that's his distribution. On the business page, he has what are called fans, and he has 81 fans. 81 people have gone to the page and clicked the like button, right? They've gone here and they've clicked this button. So his distribution on the business page is 81. That means when he posts as the business, it's going out to 81. So most common question I always get is well, what should I be posting with? And in my opinion, whether you're a sole proprietor or whether you're a large agency, you absolutely positively really should be posting from the business page. And the reason you want to be posting from the business page is because with Facebook, it can go viral, right? When you post, it goes out to your distribution. It goes out to the people that have liked the page. But if people that have liked the page click that they like it or comment on your post, it then goes out to that person's connections because that's all their friends. So let me kind of break it down a little slower. This guy Dan's got 81 fans. He posts, it goes out to those 81. Let's say one of his fans, Bob Smith, comments and says, great piece of advice, Dan. Now that post goes out to that guy Bob's friends. Let's say he has 500 friends. So now Dan, his post goes out to 81 plus 500, right? So in that day, his distribution was 581. But the most important thing to understand is that when it's going out to all of this guy's friends, he's seen McBrayer and Company, and he's exposed to the agency. People can click and learn about what, obviously visit the guy's website, learn about what products he sells, whereas you're not going to get that same effect if your personal profile goes viral. You're just Dan, the man, right? You want to be McBrayer and Company, the senior insurance specialist, who can obviously help people who are in need of Medicare, long-term care, etc. So that's kind of my most common question I always get from people. They don't understand the difference between the personal page and the business page. The reality is sure, you can post a lot from your personal page. Sure, you can talk a lot about insurance. And it may have an effect on your friends. The problem is if your friends start interacting, it's going to go to their friends, and they're not going to really see you as the brand that you are. They're going to see you as the one-person personal page. So my point is using the business page is going to generate more referrals if you look at it from the big picture. So I guess tip number one is understand the difference between the personal and business page, and realize that the real goal, guys, is to get our business page up and running, and really, initially, to reach out to all of our clients and to get them to click the like button. Okay, that's your first and main goal. Get your clients to click the like button. So the first thing I always get from people when I tell them that is, well, wait a minute, Ken. I don't want my clients really to be following me. I want to get new clients. So how do I get people that I don't know to become fans? And the reality is you probably don't. You probably don't. So the way you're going to be successful is viral. You want to first go out to all of your clients and get them to become fans, because then you can tap into your clients' family and friends. That's the key. If they become fans and they start interacting with you, now you have the potential to get in front of those people that you don't know. More importantly, they know people you're doing business with, and that's a great in. That's a referral-generating process. So, understand that that's what you need to do to start out. So let me kind of show you, let me give you your first tip on really how you can quickly get fans. So let's say you have a personal page. The first thing you want to be able to do, and you need to make sure it's set up correctly, is you need to make sure that when you go to your personal page, that when you click on where you work, and you'll see right here, that it goes to your business page. That is how I always use Facebook. To me, it's just easier. I understand where I am, and I don't get lost between the two pages. So, you'll see if you click on McBrayer and Company, boom, it goes to Dan's business page. Okay? And you're seeing all these admin panels because Dan is the admin. So you have to understand, because he's the admin, he sees different things. So my first suggestion is to go to, okay, so I got a question already. Someone's saying, Ken, I'm clicking on where I work. It doesn't go to my business page. How do I set that up? Okay, all you have to do is, one, make sure you're the admin on your business page, and then click on the Update Info button. And where it says you work, if it's not set up correctly, you're probably going to see like a gray briefcase here. Just click the delete button right here, this X, delete it out, and then retype the name of your agency. You likely put your job in before you had a business page created. So if you go back in and retype it, it should come up. Okay, so that's tip one. Tip two is then to go to your personal page, click on where you work, which is going to take you to your business page, and then you want to click on the Build Audience button up here. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to click on that drop-down arrow and click on the Invite Friends tab. And this is going to allow you to send a message to all of your Facebook friends telling them to become fans of your page. So when we try to get fans, there's a lot of different ways we're going to do that. The first is what I call internally. We're going to use what Facebook gives us to do that. So you'll see that Dan has a lot of friends, but most of them are grayed out. See how these look gray? You may not be able to tell. Let me find a few people that aren't. So you'll see this Carol Shaw. She's nice and, she has some color, whereas these other people don't have any. You can only invite people once to become fans. Once you invite them, they gray out. So you'll see that Dan has a few people still that need to be invited. So we just want to go through and put some checks next to their names. We want to try to make sure we get everybody. And then we just hit the submit button. And it'll send them a message saying, hey, Dan invites you to become a fan of McBrayer and Company. Click here to become a fan. It's a great way to get started. Is that going to get you 10,000 fans? No. It's going to get you your first 50. So that's what I suggest you do if you're just starting out. The next thing you want to do to really get fans is you want to do what I call external marketing. You want to send out emails, maybe even do mailers explaining the social media presence you have and the value you have. But the one thing that I always get nervous about is people start promoting the social media presence before they've done any posting. And we kind of talked about that last week. The first, I guess my point, guys, is there is an order of operations to all this stuff. The first thing you want to do is you want to be posting every day, 5 days a week. You'll see that Dan, he's got all sorts of content on here, right? Okay, so the reason we want to post first is because when we start inviting people to come to the page, we want them to see that the page is active and there is value, and they're going to be more likely to click the like button. So tip one from getting fans is make sure your page is active. Make sure you're posting. Then go in, invite the people internally, and then externally send out an email to all of your clients telling them, hey, look, this is a value-added service. At the bare minimum, tell them that you're going to use it in emergency situations to keep them up to date on what's going on, especially if you sell personal lines insurance. I mean, I know a lot of you that lived in on the East Coast really got your money's worth with social media during the hurricane. A lot of your clients lost power, and they were just sitting on their smartphones all day on Facebook. And it was a great way to tell them what to do if they had damage. So anyway, you want to tell them this. Hey, look, we're an innovative agency trying to use this stuff to keep you up to date. That's all Facebook is. It's a communicational tool that's going to allow you to get out to your clients. And more importantly, hey, if you actually help your clients, they're going to say, thanks, you helped me, which is going to go out to all their friends who, you never know, may not be happy with their current agency. So that's kind of the overall mentality. So the next thing I want to show you is how to kind of properly post. And one of the things I see a lot of people doing is, going to CNN.com or MNBC.com, whatever, and they're finding an article and they're just reposting the article. Now, is there anything wrong with posting articles? Absolutely not. But you have to understand that social media has really matured. And the people that use it and the people that read it, they're not going on here to get news. They go on to CNN to get news. Hey, they may even have an app that already tells them news on their smartphone. So if you're going to post news, you got to utilize that as a way to project yourself to be an expert. So my point is don't just post a link. Put your opinion on it. And more importantly, use a really good eye-catching graphic to draw people into what you're saying. So I've already kind of pre-written one for Dan. He actually kind of sent this to me the other day. So what I'm going to do is show you how to post. So the first thing you want to do is use an eye-catching photo. And he has this already, and he sent it to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the photo button. And again, I'm on his business page. I'm right, in the top here where you can post. I've clicked photo. I'm clicking attach photo. And it's just like anything. You're finding the photo on your hard drive. So I'm clicking on it, and I've put it there. And then I'm putting in my text. And all I'm saying is here's an educational article on some of the upcoming changes with healthcare reform. Click here to read. And I'm hitting post. And just to kind of show you what it kind of looks like, and again, sometimes Facebook can be a little weird on my computer, so bear with me. Okay, so here's what we got. We got the article, which has what I wrote, and then it has this little picture that kind of says educational articles, who, what, how, kind of pulls people in. Our goal is to have people click that they like, comment, or share this article, so it's going to go out to more than just Dan's 81 friends. And that's kind of the end goal with this article. So, guys, just to summarize, I could sit here for 24 hours and talk about Facebook. It's tough. There's a lot going on. But I think if you're at the point where you have to use it in 2013, the first philosophy you have to have and understand is okay, at the bare minimum, I need to get my clients connected to me on this thing, and I need to use it as a way to stay in front of my clients for retention. At the bare minimum, that's what you have to do. So it starts with your clients. Market the thing out to your clients. Don't just market it once. Market it for the next 6 months, and grow your page with the philosophy of trying to get one new fan a day. Okay? I always get asked, Ken, how long do I have to keep posting, and when do I get to kind of not use it anymore? It's not like that. Until social media becomes obsolete and people don't want to pay attention to it anymore, it's going to be valuable. So you're going to have the mentality that you're in it for the long run. And that means kind of paying attention to it at least 3 times a week, if not 5, 10 minutes a day. And it's just kind of like going to the gym. You do a little bit each day, little bit each day. Keep marketing it, keep getting your distribution increasing, and most importantly, keep posting with the idea of trying to get people to interact, to comment, to like. That's what's going to get you in front of their connections, and it's going to get you referrals. So, what I suggest is if you're at the point where, you've been trying for a while and you just can't get over the hump, you may want to check out our social media management service.